Hi, this is the first chapter of my Pharaoh Chase fanfiction called The Ship of the Dead Extended. It's my first time writing, so be kind, but without further ado, this is the first chapter. I looked over at Alex. The glow of the fireworks made her look even more beautiful. I didn't really care if loving her made me buy or pan or whatever. I only wish she would let me. I didn't want space or time away. I changed my mind. I didn't want to just sit here and enjoy the good moments waiting for Alex to change. I was going to change Alex's mind if it was the last thing I did. Knowing Alex, that was a possibility. I think I'm going to head back early. I looked over at Alex again. Her eyebrows furrowed in confusion with a bit of concern. She looked so cute like that. Everything okay? She asked. Yeah, just tired. Give me a second. I'll head back with you. I was surprised to hear her say this. Maybe getting Alex to change her mind would be easier than I thought. Alex grabbed the rest of her things as I said my goodbyes to Blitz and Hearth, who pulled me aside to tell me to spill the tea later. I told them I didn't know what they were talking about and walked away. You could have stayed at the chase base, you know, I told Alex as we made our way back to Valhalla. I could have come back alone. I know, Alex sighed. I just didn't want to come back alone when I was going to leave. We walked a little longer in awkward silence. I moved slightly closer to Alex. Not really noticeable, but a slight difference. Our hands touched slightly. I reached out a little, but not making it really obvious that I was in love with her and wanted to hold her hand for the rest of my life. Or would it technically be death? I don't know, but I wanted to hold her hand forever. Alex's hand jerked away, and I felt my face flush bright red. What are your plans now that we don't have to save the world anytime soon? Alex awkwardly broke the silence. I don't know, I said, but I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to spend my time with Alex and the rest of my friends. I'm probably going to try and connect with my cousin more. I didn't really think of that, though. Alex nodded. I'm having the same problem. Now that the chase base is pretty much done, it's almost like I have too much free time. She looked over at me quickly, just long enough so I could see. All of a sudden, I felt something warm against my hand. I almost looked down, but then I realized it was Alex's hand. I can tell Alex was about to pull her hand away, but I pressed my hand against hers, and we walked awkwardly, holding hands. My new lifestyle will take some getting used to, but it could definitely be better than my actual life was. I glanced down at Alex, who was blushing furiously and wouldn't meet my eyes. I slowly started pushing my luck, interlocking our hands. Much to my surprise, Alex didn't resist. I never wanted this perfect night to end. Sadly, Valhalla came into view shortly after. We walked the rest of the way in silence, though this time it was a comfortable silence. When we got to Alex's room, I felt even more disappointed than I would have thought. Alex looked back at me with a small smile. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. She smirked a little. I guess so, I smiled back. Her smile was really contagious. We stood there, frozen by Alex's room, as with the door halfway open, our hands still interlocked. I should go. Alex looked away from me. You should get some sleep. Yeah, you too, I mumbled. Alex walked through her doorway, pulling my hand slightly before her hand slipped out of mine. That was chapter 1 of my fanfiction Ship of the Dead Extended. I'm posting every Sunday, so if that was interesting, another chapter comes out in a week. Bye!